Alrighty, it's the maiden voyage for the season 2016. Today is May 11th. Beautiful day in the Northeast Kingdom of Vermont. First time out on the water for the season. Feeling good, looking good. Not catching anything yet, but we'll see. Just got out here and just got my line in the water. Up in the front there, you see that big blue bucket, big blue tub, I think more accurately. That is ballast. That's weight. It's full of water. The weight of that is equivalent to a person. Helps keep the front end from blowing around in the wind. The one closer to me will be a live well. So if I catch a fish and net it, I'll dip it into that tub. That'll give me a chance to unhook it and get myself situated with the fish in the tub. Get myself situated so I can take a picture, because that'll take a minute to unhook it and get rid of the rod and get the camera going and all that. And in all that time, the fish could die. So I'm thinking of putting the fish in the live well as soon as I get it in the boat. Get myself situated, lift it out of there with the net, get the hook out, and then get the camera going, get a picture, throw it back in. We're doing catch and release, at least today. And we're probably after salmon or rainbow. And yeah, can't beat it. Feels good to be out on the water. I've been jonesing for some fishing all winter. Jonesing for fishing, jonesing for boating. Finally doing both. I don't know if this is catching my electronics here, but we're in 48 feet of water, I think. Yeah, 48 feet of water. Water temperature is 43 degrees at the surface. So not a good day for skinny dipping. Not a good day, so I probably won't. Alright, so for the tackle we're using, I've got a bait caster with a line counter. You can see there I've got 100 feet of line out. Monofilament. On the end of that is a white crankbait, small to medium size crankbait, medium diver. I don't know how deep that's getting me. I'm thinking 15-20 feet at deep with 100 feet of line out. Don't know for sure, but see what happens. Yeah, loving life. Now I've got an app on my cell phone that tells me how fast I'm going. I'm going 1.7 miles per hour, which is considered slow on the trolling slide. A slow troll, I guess you'd call it. Not a fast troll. The research I did calls for a slow troll in these conditions. Now the lake is 3 miles long. We're going all the way down to the end and then coming back. And I launched from over there. So it's about 3 miles each direction. Whether or not I'll be back before dark remains to be seen. You can see the sun in the sky there. Should have another hour and a half of daylight. And I'm equipped to come back in the dark. I've got lights on the boat and I've got a spotlight. So I have trouble finding the ramp. That would assist with that. And also the flashlight or spotlight helps with getting the boat on the trailer and just maneuvering around the boat ramp and stuff like that. It's nice to have a light like that. Yeah, that's what's going on, man. Yep, you saw right. I've got that thing spooled with monofilament. Now, anyone who's ever fished with me in the past knows that not only do I curse monofilament, but I have taken a sacred vow never to use it again. And this season, I hate monofilament with a passion, I really do. But this season I've decided to give another chance. First I'll tell you why I hate monofilament, then I'll tell you why I've decided to give it another chance. Well, monofilament, when you're casting, when you've got nice fresh monofilament that's nice and limp and not twisted up, there's nothing that casts better. But it doesn't take long for it to have memory and to get twisted, and when that's the case, there's nothing worse to cast with. It's a lot of profanity involved, and I just I made the switch to fused line after trying braided line in the mid-90s. They came out with a lot of different braided lines. They didn't pass very well, but they were very strong, and then they started coming out with fused lines. Switched over to Spiderwire Fusion and Berkeley Fireline, and loved those very, very much, and still do, and vowed never to go back to mono. So why have I gone back to mono? When you're trolling, you're not casting. The other thing about mono when you're trolling is when you get a fish on, it's got stretch to it. If I had braided line on there and hooked up with a big fish and set the rod real hard, gave it a good yank, I could possibly rip the lips right off that fish and do a lot of damage to the fish. So this is the first time trolling with mono. First time I've used mono in probably 20 years. So we'll see how it goes. And I've got some line dressing I spray on it every time to keep it limp and supple. And we'll just see how it goes. I've also got braided line on another rod, which I've only got the one rod on the boat. In this lake, you're only allowed to have one line in the water, and I don't want to have any more gear in here than I need. So I've got two other rods in the truck. One's got braid on it, kind of a fused braid. I've got another one I've got some lead core. I also have another rod similar to this one with some more mono, and a spinning reel with some fused line. So I've got plenty of options. I've got no shortage of rods and reels. So I'm giving mono another chance. End of the season, ask me how that went. And we'll see what I have to say. I may be cursing mono once again and you know, just baffled at why I decided to go back, or I may say, hey, maybe there is a place for mono in my boat and with my gear. Maybe there is a place for it. Who knows? Stay tuned. Don't touch that dial. Check in at the end of the season. Getting deeper all of a sudden. We're 50 feet deep, 53 feet deep. Now I know as we get around that corner, it gets well over 100 feet deep, not too far from shore. Now from what I can tell, I believe we're the only boat on the lake. I've not seen another boat, but it doesn't mean there isn't, but I haven't seen one. We're 46 feet of water, 47 feet. Alright, so this is the lure that I had. And I'm about to make a change. Alright, so I've got a new lure on. A spinner, and I made that. Got into lure making over the winter. It's got a 18-inch leader, and I made a gang troll to put in front of it. I don't know if this is going to work. I've got topwater props. They spin opposite directions. I've got a 1-ounce weight and a keel. So we'll see how this goes. It may be a total disaster. Then again, it may catch a lunker. We'll see. I'll send it out there and see how it trolls. I want to see what it looks like before I let much line out. See how it travels. Can you see it down there? Oh yeah, the blades are turning. I'm worried it may not sink. Alright, so we got 50 feet out. to see how it goes. And before too long here, I'll put some more out. Gotta pay attention where I'm going here. There's some crows up on that hill. That's pretty steep, that hill. Look at that. It goes straight up behind there. Now with these blades I've got on there, those topwater blades that are underwater behind a 1 ounce weight, the idea with those, as in any gang troll, is that sometimes they strike out of aggravation. So this theoretically would aggravate them because those props ought to be making some noise and vibration down there. So we'll see how it goes. I probably won't get the full 3 miles out, but we'll see. Alright, so I didn't make it down there the whole 3 miles. I turned back a while ago. The sun is getting low in the sky and the temperature's dropping. And I'm not having any luck, which I don't have a problem with. It's fishing. That's why they don't call it catching. They call it fishing. I'm happy just to be out here, but the temperature's dropping. I don't know what the temperature is, but it's dropping fast, and I want to get back to the boat ramp, which is over on the horizon there, before it gets too much colder or darker. The sun, like I said, is still in the sky, but I'm probably still 20 minutes from shore. So, yeah, I made the decision to turn back. But nice day to be out. Nice first trip on the water, first outing on the water. Certainly not to be my last. Plan to do a whole lot of this summer. Alright, it's 10 minutes past 8. Pulling into the boat ramp. That's my truck over there. Winding down. You can see there's the lake has gotten very calm. Temperature's dropping. The sun is down. And all my gear is put away. I've got to fold up that net. But I'm heading over there for that ramp, the one on the left. And yeah, the temperature is dropping fast. It's been a nice ride though. Do it another time, and I'll bring the camera. Alright, the light is fading fast, and I'll get this on full zoom. The resolution's not very good, but there's a couple of loons over there. They're making some noises. I have a feeling there's a mother, a father, and some babies over there. Of course, there's noise from the road, so you can't hear it, and I don't want to get too much closer and disturb them. I'm probably 60 feet away. Try it without the zoom. Maybe things will quiet down and you can hear them. Okay, I'm not going to get much closer than this. I don't want to freak them out. Yeah, right there in the center of the screen, there's a couple of loons. Can you hear them? It's kind of a... It's the kind of sound they're making. Anyway, I wish them well. Alright, so that's it. The boat's on the trailer. Ready to go. We'll do a quick walk around here. Check that connection. I've got two straps on the back. The idea is if any one of these can fail, one of the straps or the connection in the front, and I'm still secure to the trailer. I removed quite a bit of the water from these tubs, but I left enough in there so that they won't blow out. As you can see, I need to power wash this. There's still some crud from the winter. The battery's still in there, that's secure. And everything's good. Remember that light I told you about? Whoops. Try it now. There we go. Lights up that sign. Oh, look at that. Something's going on over there in the water. Maybe it's those loons. Yeah. Anyway, thanks for coming with. Got the motor and the oars in the back here. And my net, and my boots. All my accoutrement. And we're going to ride off into the sunset. Thanks for joining.